Coming up on Volusia Magazine, we catch up on the Berry Hall offerings, do some heavy lifting in Ponce Inlet, and head out to the airport for life-saving training. These stories and more coming up next. And welcome to Volusia Magazine. I'm Tammy King. Crews at Daytona Beach International Airport's fire station now have a new high-tech tool to help them save lives in the event of an emergency. Joanne Magley has more in Volusia at Work.
The Aircraft Rescue and Firefighting Station, known as ARF, is a specialized unit of Volusia County Fire Services. The station is on airport property and the crew is required to respond to any incident or accident on the runway within 3 minutes. That's why it's important to have the right equipment, because in an emergency, seconds count. Recently, the ARF crew was trained on the new Jaws of Life. Tom Winkler, rescue specialist with Municipal Emergency Services, led the training.
Well, this new equipment is state-of-the-art, cutting edge. This is a battery-operated rescue tool. It's also waterproof and fully programmable. There are a lot of battery-operated rescue tools on the market currently. This brings it to a new level.
Now the tool's going to drain.
Rescue tools have come a long way in the past 50 years. Back in the day, they were large and heavy and had to use hydraulic fluid and internal combustion engine. Now they're portable, less back injuries, they're lighter, they maneuver quicker, they're less caustic to the environment, they're quieter. So technology has creeped into the rescue tool world like it has in anything else.
These are the same tools used by rescue crews responding to a vehicle crash. It's all about removing mangled metal from the patient. The same concept applies in ARF firefighting, but the main differences are substantial fuel on the ground from an aircraft, foam on the ground from the ARF truck, the confined space, and entrapment inside the fuselage.
So the equipment is very similar. It's exactly the same equipment that's used in the street, but because of the portability and the non-internal combustion engine, no hydraulic lines, it makes it usable for airport rescue. For the operator can be inside of the fuselage and not be worried about the negative effects of an internal combustion engine, such as carbon monoxide or noise, off-gassing, and the tools are much more maneuverable inside a confined space.
The previous equipment required 3 firefighters. It only takes 1 firefighter to operate the new state-of-the-art Jaws of Life.
In the past, we had to have a firefighter manage the pump to ensure it didn't run out of fuel, to make sure the pressures were proper and the valves were in the proper position. We had to have a firefighter on the tool and someone to manage that whole system. And now it truly is a one-person tool.
Steve Luciano is the battalion chief at the airport's ARF station. He says the new tools are more efficient and will better aid with rapid deployment at the scene.
The tools we have now are gas-powered tools, and they have about, I think, around 75 to 100 feet of hose that connect the tool to the power plant. So that hose is cumbersome, it gets in the way, and so forth. These tools, the battery's charged, you pop it in, you grab it, you go. But definitely the rapid deployment, because that's what we're all about here.
The new Jaws of Life are also safer for the victims of a crash. The firefighters no longer have to yell over the noise of that older model's internal combustion pump, and they can talk to the victim to better understand their injuries.
We have a set of cutters, set of spreaders, and a ram. So the ram is a lot for pushing and pulling. Cutters, we can just cut right through an aircraft frame if we need to. And we can do a lot of different things if we need to maybe take a ram and push a cockpit away from somebody that might be trapped in an airplane. It's all about tactics and technique.
While aircraft crashes are rare, it is critical for rescue crews to have the right and best equipment in the event of an accident.
For us to be able to get in the cockpit as quick as possible, I think burn through for an aircraft that's on fire is in about a minute and a half tops. So our main goal is to get that fire knocked down and make rescue as quick as possible.
For Volusia Magazine, I'm Joanne Magley.
They said I couldn't dream. Called me a piece of trash and swore that's all I'd ever be. Said a bottle couldn't see the ocean. Give up. Go back to the dumpster. But I didn't listen. I made my way. And now, I am what I've always wanted to be.
Going to public events used to be normal, but over the last year, everything has changed. We checked in with Lisa Perez from DeBerry Hall to find out how things have changed and the status of public events today. David Hunt has the story.
After a year of quarantine, masks, isolation, and all that came with the COVID-19 pandemic, when is it safe to re-emerge and go to an event, sit in on a lecture, meet new people, or go for a group bike ride? The staff at DeBerry Hall have been working through this from the beginning of the pandemic, and what they have learned might surprise you.
So in June, we opened back up and we started giving tours at the mansion with our docents, and they are guided tours. And once we started doing that and we felt like things were going well, we decided to start offering programming. And so what we did was we looked at CDC guidelines and we kind of made a list of rules for us to follow. And we started with just 4 programs in September, 2 indoor lectures and 2 outdoor activities. We had a bike ride and we had a walking group. And we started doing things that way, and it's just kind of grown. Our stable that we hold our presentations in has a maximum capacity of 175, but we limit it to 20 attendees. We require folks to RSVP ahead of time so we know how many people are coming, and then we do have a wait list just in case anybody cancels. We do ask that our guests wear masks, and we do leave it up to the presenter whether or not they want to wear a mask, but they are about 10 feet away from the audience, and they have a mic to help them project out into the audience. We have face masks available for people if they don't bring them, and we have hand sanitizer set out, and we will socially distance all the seating. So if you're a group of 4 that has RSVP'd, we put your chairs together, and then we don't put another person directly next to you. We space all the chairs out. It's been going really well, actually. Every program has been very well attended. We've had wait lists for several of our programs, and everybody is showing up a little early. They're happy with the seating arrangements. Most folks are agreeing to wear the masks. So it's been going very, very well.
We stopped in for a free open to the public lecture at DeBerry Hall to see for ourselves what it's all about and how DeBerry Hall is able to achieve event programming where people feel safe and welcome.
My program today features information on herons and egrets, and I go into all of the species here in Central Florida, explaining how to identify them and any other interesting information that I have on those birds. I'm very happy to be back. There's nothing I enjoy more than talking about Florida wildlife and answering questions for people who are interested but don't know very much about it. And having an opportunity to do it even now during these times and in a way that feels as safe as we can make it makes me very happy. I missed it. I missed seeing familiar faces and meeting new friends here.
DeBerry Hall staff are constantly scheduling new free events and activities monthly, from guided bike rides and nature walks to history lectures and wildlife presentations. The events cover a broad array of subjects with one consistent theme: safety first.
So all of our programs are posted on the Volusia County calendar and website. We also have our own Facebook page called the Berry Hall Historic Site. We post all of our programs on there. We also have a monthly calendar that we email out. So if you want to get on our calendar, or if you want to attend one of our events, you can call Berry Hall. The phone number is 386-668-3840, and just let us know if you want to get on the email list or you want to attend a program, and we'll get that taken care of for you. We typically do about 2 to 3 lectures per month. We have Master Gardener is typically the first Thursday of every month at 1 o'clock. We have 2 lemonade lectures per month. And in June, something that we're going to be doing is, this is the 150th year of DeBerry Hall Historic Site. So we're going to be doing a bigger event with some tours in the house with the family members. We have docents that will reenact the different family members, and we'll have some giveaways. So that will be really nice. And we'll continue to do our bike rides that we have. Holly, one of our docents, she does walking tours. She does native plant walks here at DeBerry Hall, where she'll walk you around the grounds, talk to you about some of the landscape features that Frederick DeBerry did, some of the plants that grow here that are native and non-native as well. And we'll continue to do our historic bike rides. And hopefully we'll be doing some more story times. We've started doing those recently, and we do those outside by the mansion as well. We want to continue to do these, so we're going to try to be as safe as we can and follow CDC guidelines so that we can continue to offer this safely to the public. So anyone can attend, any age is welcome. History is for all ages. So come on down and check us out. We're excited to show you what we've got to offer.
I'm David Hunt with Volusia Magazine. And don't forget, check out our YouTube page at County of Volusia YouTube.
A female long-haired dachshund recently went missing while her owner was in the hospital. That's when some Good Samaritans and Volusia County Animal Services got involved. While this story has a positive outcome, it's also a cautionary tale about the importance of getting pets microchipped.
This is Gary Davidson with Community Information, and have we got a story to tell you? It's about Bunny, and no, Bunny isn't a rabbit. Bunny is a beautiful red and white dachshund who wandered away from her home in Holly Hill. Now, you pet owners, you know how troubling, how worrisome, how downright heartbreaking it is when your pet goes missing. Well, this dog story has a happy ending. Bunny is back home with her owner, where she belongs. She's safe and sound, and she's as good as new. In fact, as you're about to see, she's better than new, thanks to the caring, the compassion, and the professionalism of the staff right here at Volusia County Animal Services. It started with a dispatcher fielding a call about a small wiener dog wandering the streets, seemingly dehydrated and with no owner in sight.
I am on Derbyshire, right near the fire department, and there is a very old little dog roaming around, very dehydrated and very weak on the sidewalk. And I don't want to leave it here, but I can't really get him. Is there a way that maybe somebody might be able to come and get him?
Mary, the dog's owner, was in the hospital when her dog got loose. Her husband, Roger, had to break the news to her when she got home from the hospital that Bunny was missing.
My wife has become very attached to the dog, and she was really upset when she came home from the hospital, and I had to tell her the dog was gone. I was worried someone might have taken her, because with her being so small, I didn't think she was going to go very far, and she never ran away before and doesn't know the neighborhood. So I didn't really know what had happened.
Unbeknownst to Mary and Roger, Animal Services had the dog and was caring for her while trying to find Bunny's owner. After the call came into dispatch about the wandering dachshund, an on-duty county parks employee who had just happened to be in the area managed to corral the dog and then wrapped her up in a blanket, gave her some water, and then drove her to Animal Services. Animal Control Officer Alicia Dees was on duty when the dog was brought into the office. She explains what happened next.
I took her in as an over-the-counter intake from the Volusia County Parks and Rec employee, and immediately took her back to the clinic to have her examined and did our intake process. We checked her for a microchip. There was no microchip.
With no dog tag and no microchip, there was no way to connect the dog with its owner. That's when the online community sprang into action, helping to post and share pictures of Bunny, along with sending out alerts through the social network app Nextdoor, and even posting flyers in the neighborhood where Bunny was picked up. Once Mary got out of the hospital, she learned that her beloved Bunny was safe and sound at Animal Services. Mary left this anxious message with Animal Services, and the next day, Bunny was reunited with her four-legged sister, a playful pit bull named Blue.
We're concerned with our dog that you have, Bunny, Dutchtown spotted. She's an older dog, glazed under her eyes. If you could just give me a call back, we're extremely worried. Thank you.
While waiting for Roger to pick her up, Bunny got the red carpet treatment from the staff at Animal Services, including a full examination, a bath and flea treatment, vaccinations, and deworming. It's a truly happy outcome for Bunny and her family.
I'm just very glad she's back. Thank you all for finding her, and appreciate everything you've done.
Now Roger, Bunny, and Blue are ready for the tail-wagging trip home. And what will Roger tell Mary when he and the dogs come through the door?
I'll say I got your baby home for you. That's what she calls this one now, this is her baby.
It was a happy ending as well for the staff at Animal Control, but it also serves as a reminder to get your pets microchipped, because when it comes to finding the owner of a lost pet, a microchip with its stored information on the pet's owner, it's a lot quicker and more effective than social media and posting flyers.
Each day, when our officers find an animal's home, it's a success. That's our goal. We don't want to take animals from home, we want to get them home. And the best way for us to make that happen and to assure that it happens every time is to encourage every citizen to microchip their pets.
Come on out and join us on Saturday, May 22nd at Volusia County Animal Services. We'll be here from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. So get your dog microchipped, get your cat microchipped, get your pet iguana microchipped. It's free, and so is the pet food and the rabies vaccination. This microchip here, it really is the quickest, most effective way to locate the owner of a lost pet and bring them home to you.
Night and day technology. So this is the latest and greatest for pavement evaluation out on the market now, the LCMS2.
In the rear of the van is where we actually have the two lasers that actually span about 13 feet wide down the travel lane. And on the rear tire here, we have what we call a DMI, which is your distance measuring indicator. We have two cameras in the back window. Those are 4K high definition cameras. There's also two up in the front windshield of the van. It's great technology. I'm really impressed with what it can pick up.
We implemented the IMS pavement management. Now we have these. This can be done in about a month. It's a lot more data. It's more specific, so you actually know the actual deteriorations. We have everything in the system, so it's not just saying, hey, this road is bad. You're actually saying this road is bad because we've got alligator cracking or we've got raveling over here, and that is that determines the PCI level, which is the pavement condition index. And also with that, we can do mapping with it and easily display where the problems are in the county. In the end, the citizen is getting more bang for their tax dollar because first off, we're spending it better, we're getting better product, but we're also going to be able to be much more efficient about the way we're handling the road pavement.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Josh Wagner.
And I'm Billy Wheeler. During the planning stages of the Tomstead Veteran Memorial Bridge, people voiced their desire to have a Veterans Memorial Plaza on the northwest side of the bridge.
The Veterans Memorial Plaza will create a special place in our community for people to reflect and connect with our fallen heroes.
The proposed concept for the new Veterans Memorial Plaza is estimated to be a $1.2 million endeavor.
Your donation will help us create a special place in our community in which we can honor Volusia County veterans from all military branches and military conflicts. To help fund our Veterans Memorial Plaza, visit veteransmemorialbridge.com or call Volusia County Accounting at 386-736-5933.
We appreciate your support to create this lasting memorial for those who have served and continue to serve our country.
Have you ever had a desire to be a lifeguard? Well, Kate Sark has all the details on how you can help patrol the waters off of the world's most famous beach.
When you're looking for a summer job, why not pick one that has an office with a view?
School is out and summer is in, which means the summer job hunt is on. Here's your chance to ditch the dull 9 to 5 and explore something a little sunnier. Known for its wide beaches and hard-packed sand that make driving possible, Volusia County welcomes millions of visitors and residents to its 47 miles of coastline each year. But with that popularity comes a responsibility to ensure the safety of the many beachgoers looking for a day of fun in the sun. That's where Volusia County Beach Safety Ocean Rescue comes in. I caught up with Captain Mike Berard to learn just what it takes to work for this elite team and why their summer lifeguards return year after year. The first step is making it past tryouts, which can be a challenge in itself.
So to be a summer lifeguard, we abide by the United States Life-Saving Association standards for physical exercise and their training standards. And to start with that, it's a 500-meter ocean and pool swim under 10 minutes, as well as 50-yard swim under 30 seconds, a half-mile run under 3 minutes and 15 seconds, and then a 48-hour open water ocean rescue course.
And all that training comes in handy as every day is different as a Volusia County lifeguard.
There's never a regular day. So when our guards show up in the morning, the first thing that we have them do is swim drill. We make up some exercise in the ocean where they're going to go and get a feel for the environment that they're going to be working in. Once they get their assignment for the day, they're going to report to their tower, wherever it may be, and they'll open their tower, and they're there to monitor all the bathers and beachgoers that are in that area to prevent anyone from getting into danger, whether it's rip current related or medical emergencies that they'll respond to, or any other events that occur within their area of responsibility.
Being part of such a dedicated team brings with it a lot of responsibility, but it's also a rewarding experience and one that can pay off dividends for future endeavors. While many summer lifeguards work on the beach for a few years before pursuing other opportunities, the lessons learned on the sand leave a lasting impression.
They show a lot of maturity, they grow up really fast, and if they can handle the responsibilities that we give them, they typically do well when they go away to college or they go away into the job force or the workforce or the military. They show that same responsibility that they would whether they stay here or they go elsewhere.
And for some, the allure of the beach leads to a full-time career with Volusia County Beach Safety. Captain Berard is the perfect example of the opportunities available for those willing to put in the work.
There is an opportunity, if they want to stay, to move through the ranks and become full-time county employees with EMT certifications and basic law enforcement certifications. There is a career path as a Florida State retirement system with the county, high-risk retirement. And I myself even started when I was 18 years old, while I was in college at Bethune-Cookman University, putting myself through college, working summers. I started coming to work more, and I was sponsored to go to the police academy and EMT school, and I've been here working in this job for 22 years. So there are a lot of opportunities for advancement.
Whether you work one summer or a career with beach safety, the job is more than just a paycheck.
We're the first county entity that people see when they come visit our beach. So we are the ambassadors for the county. You get to work in an open air environment, you're outside, you get to see the sunshine, you get to exercise pretty regularly and stay in shape.
With 2 decades of experience and coming up through the ranks himself, I asked Captain Berard for his advice to those interested in joining the Volusia County Beach Safety Ocean Rescue Team.
We get a lot of people that think that you have to be the fastest swimmer to be good at this job, and that's not necessarily true. It is helpful, but understanding the environment that you work in is equally as important as being physically fit. So I don't want anybody to be scared off by, that they're not quite the fastest or, fastest swimmer or the fastest runner. But if they come in, they work hard, we can get them to that physical ability. And just understanding and showing good work ethic and knowing the environment and wanting to be here is just as important.
To learn more about the Volusia County Beach Safety Lifeguard Corps, including job opportunities, visit volusia.org/beach. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Kate Sark.
Since constructed in the early 1970s, the North Jetty has endured decades of rough surf and tropical storms. Let's head over to Ponce de Leon Inlet and see how this rock party is going.
Hi, this is David Hunt with Volusia County. We're out here at the North Jetty at Lighthouse Point Park where a big project's about to get underway.
And we're talking about the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers North Jetty Repair Project that is kicking off right now in Volusia County. Since the North Jetty was constructed back in the early 70s, the rock jetty structure has settled and subsided somewhat into the seabed. You can see in this area where some of these large granite boulders have been blown off the top of the jetty and been displaced by major hurricane impact and northeast storms that have washed over the top of the jetty and actually moved these large granite boulders. Now, how this is going to happen is large granite boulders are being brought in from a quarry up in the northern states by rail to a location in West Volusia, and then they're being trucked over to a staging yard right inside Ponce de Leon Inlet here. And those boulders are being offloaded from those trucks, and then they'll be loaded onto a barge that the Army Corps of Engineers contractor will then move out here to the jetty through the Intercoastal Waterway and the inlet channel and locate that barge here. It'll have a crane on it, and it'll simply pick up large boulders and place them on top of the jetty where they've been displaced or washed out over time. So we're real excited about that. Volusia County is the local sponsor for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Inlet Project at Ponce, and we're looking forward to this work that's going to improve boating and fishing and navigation in our community.
Stay connected with the latest Volusia County news, events, and updates on our social media channels. Like and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Catch up with previous stories on YouTube, or just head over to our website, volusia.org.
Well, that wraps up this edition of Volusia Magazine. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. If you have any questions about the show, please feel free to give us a call at any of the numbers you see listed here. Or you can log on to volusia.org and click on the news tab at the top of the screen to find us. And we hope you won't forget to listen to Volusia Today. That's Volusia County Government's weekly public radio program. Volusia Today airs every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sunday mornings on the local radio stations you see here on your screen. For Volusia Magazine, I'm Tammy King, and have a fabulous day on purpose.